We are in the middle of completely transforming our 40-year-old sailboat.
What do you think?
Looks like a yacht.
I was waiting in the undertow.
Up to this point, she has really shown her age. From the dings and scratches to the repair jobs over the years, she needs some love. Some of you might say that these imperfections just add character, and while I can agree with that, there's just something about a classic yacht with a beautiful paint job. Our goal is to make silver lining our home, and all homes, whether on land or on the water, need to be filled with life. We feel like at the end of this project, we'll have a boat that's full of life and feels like a vessel that we'll be so happy to call home. We've started the fairing and sanding process already in our last episode, but there's still a lot more to go before we can call this job done.
I've been wrong before. I was waiting in the undertow. Said a trip to fade away like.
Hey guys, real quick, before we get too far into the episode, I wanted to share with you our brand new website that Orly and I have been working on for the past couple of weeks, and we are so happy to have launched it. This is tgesailing.com. It has an About Us page, which we were really happy about, that has a bunch of pictures and kind of more in-depth story than we've covered here on the channel. And it also has our store, so we've created some t-shirts, koozies, hats, just some things if you guys want to help support us there. The website also has a link to our Patreon page. It's a great way to support us and to support the channel. Some of the tiers on Patreon actually have a discount code associated with them for our store, so if anyone is interested in that, definitely check that out. Thanks for listening, and back to the episode. We left off last time with most of the initial sanding done, and we were just getting into the worst of the areas that needed to be faired. I've gone ahead and put on the fairing compound. Now it's time to really work out those back muscles. I just played back the time-lapse video and it makes this look super easy and like it just looks so fast. Like I did all that in like 15 seconds or something. Makes your shoulders sore, your back sore. But it's coming out really good so far. Really happy with it. But it is hard work. It's hot today too, and I think we have rain coming in, so I only have so much time. That took me 15 seconds of time lapse, took me like probably 45 minutes worth of sanding back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. I'm actually watching the weather because Friday looks like a really good day to start painting, and right now the humidity is really high, which is not really good for painting, and it's really hot, which means the paint doesn't have enough time to set up and do its thing, like smooth out. So I'm hoping that Friday is the day to prime. The weekend just looks like crap too, Saturday and Sunday. So I'm just kind of like, I don't know, trying to dodge the weather here, but then also only come down after work, and then any weekend I get, I come down, but it's been tough. Look at the forecast next week. Just rain, potential storms. That means the humidity is going to go back up. It's not good for painting. And then that's the other thing too, like once I am ready to paint, it's going to be tough to find consecutive days in a row where I can come over here and just paint, because with the paint that I'm using, you can put on 2 or 3 coats consecutively, and then your last coat before your final coat, you wait and you sand that down smooth, and then you put your final coat on and it comes out really nice. I need to get back to it so I can beat the rain and I can beat the sun. right, Orly, what's the plan today?
Well, I'm chiseling this, just green stuff off, which is coming off pretty nicely. And then sanding the rest of it and making it all smooth. It's been kind of hard because there's so many layers to this green paint that sanding it just took so long, even using like really gritty paper. It just took forever and you have to put so much pressure. So I think chiseling it works the best, even though it takes a long time, but yeah, that's working pretty well. And then hopefully sand everything smooth. I don't know if you've shown people the blisters, but they are gnarly.
That's always gonna be my next question. How many blisters have we found?
50,000.
Yeah, basically, it's a lot. Here are all of our blisters. A lot of them are pretty small, not too big of a deal. These are really small. But then there's a lot of them on the keel. But the worst two were these. I'm just gonna come back and lay in some chop strand mat in these areas basically, and get these kind of filled back up to the surface, probably with 1 or 2 layers, and then ferret and then paint it, and then we'll be good. But I've got 1 coat on plus, like, I don't know, 7 or 8 feet of that side, of this first side that I've done. So I basically have 2 coats left.
Nice.
But it looks pretty good so far.
Don't jump in.
I'm falling.
So do you like the cheese one?
Are there any different ones?
That's chicken.
Oh.
Can you tell the difference? Taylor, you were born to be a Hispanic person.
Subpar.
What?
I don't think they want very much. Wow, this looks so nice. It's weird to see the boat like totally white. Yeah, primer looks really good. So I'm gonna go ahead and sand this down. I don't have a soft sanding pad this time though, so I need to be careful. And per the Alexseal instructions, Alexseal Finish Primer 442, which is what's on there now, should be smooth sanded with 280 to 400 grit sandpaper. So I went ahead and bought 320, so kind of like right in the middle. And yeah, the only thing is I don't have that like soft foam backing pad that would make sure that everything stays like relatively uniform, so you don't get any burn through in the high spots. So I'm just gonna have to go kind of slow, at least at first, until I figure out how much of this primer is really coming off at once. I'm gonna try this. I've actually never used this before. It's called a guide coat. Maybe you guys are familiar with this, but I got it on Amazon, and it's this really super fine powder that you put onto this little applicator, which is on top, and then you spread that over the whole boat, and it fills in all the little divots that make up like the orange peel look. In order to get this really smooth and really well prepped for your top coat, you have to like know that all these divots and dimples and stuff are getting removed. I've never used this before, so we'll see how this goes. It's supposed to be really, really good, instead of kind of like, you know, laying your head on the side of the boat and like looking down it and in the different like, you know, shades of light and reflections and stuff to see where there might be little holes. You're probably going to miss them. That thing is supposed to really bring that out. So 16 hours later, and this is totally sanded. I have everything taped up. Everything is pretty smooth. I have everything tacked down, wiped down. We are about ready to go with some paint. Now I think I'm going to do the shady side first because I don't want to be painting in this full sun because it'll, I think, make it set faster and it won't let it flow out. And it won't give it, I guess it won't give it the time to flow out. So yeah, I'm gonna wait on this side a little bit until the sun maybe is a little bit higher in the sky and I get like a little bit less direct sunlight on this, because I think that will be a problem. This first coat looks amazing. It's like looking in a mirror. It's crazy. I mean, it really does look sprayed. I know a lot of people say you can't do that, but it really does. Waiting for the sun to get off of this side was definitely the move. It really has allowed this to just level out and flatten and just look absolutely amazing. Alexseal and the roller additive stuff that they have, it's amazing. I still have to do at least one more before I let it totally dry and then sand it. And there's a bug that just landed right there. Oh well, just the first coat. Next up on TGE, we drill a new hole in silver lining. Here goes nothing. We measure up our new water line. And we make her look like $1,000,000.
That looks fantastic.
You gonna catch it with the camera?
Yeah.
Ready?
Oh no!
Oh no! Oh wow, that just blew it apart.
Well, can you give me that one? I will catch it this time. Oh, there we go.